Hey guys, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. As always, I'm DemonFire93, and last time we kind of disproved that Nagito is the murderer, and we're now getting introduced to the improved Hangman's Gambit, and I'll be the judge of how improved it is. But here we go, we're gonna just get into it and see how it works. The place Byakuya got stabbed and the place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same? Using those words as a clue, I should put aside my preconceptions and try to think about it. Something is coming to me. Just a little bit more. I have a feeling I can see something. Sure. Improved Hangman's Gambit. Because we all know how terrible it was. Okay. The question is, where did the killer stab Byakuya from? Okay. And I already can see what it is. We have to do it in order. So... Okay. I need an N. Come on in! Almost had it. Come on. It's not that difficult. Can I like fast forward this? I don't think I can. Oh god, shouldn't have done that. I need an H. I need a T. Holy cow, that's moving fast. What happens? Oh my god, it gets even bigger! Ah, fucking hell! T. It's getting even bigger! Good god, stop! Stop it! Jesus Christ, stop it! Can you fucking spell? What the fuck? Under the... Oh! I was like under the table. It's under the... Got it. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Under the... Come on. Under the... Oh, I had that. That's some bullshit. Need door. Boom. Onto the floor.
I got it.
Silly me.
Got it. The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
While wearing the tablecloth.
Under the floorboards?
Uh-huh. Has anybody figured out who it is yet?
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
30 times!
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. Where? And how?
Let's ask Gundam!
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
I thought it was Gundam when we figured that part out, but then I remembered Gundam was in the fucking room. How could he have gotten under the... I mean, I'm not gonna rule it out, because he could still have gone under the floorboard somehow if he reveals that the way under the floorboards is in the room that we were in. He could have found his way, climbed under there, stabbed Byakuya, threw the stuff down, and then climbed back up all while it would have been pretty quick for him to do that, but it's possible. But I'm leaning towards it not being him. Which only leaves one possible suspect. That's right, if I remember correctly, one person here should know how to get under the floorboards. And that person is... Gundam Tanaka!
You're the only one!
Who knows how to get below the floorboards?
Hey, Gundam, you dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
Yeah, Hellhound earring.
About that earring.
The Hellhound earring!
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboard, right?
Ah, there it is. I have found it. Truly, that is the Hellhound earring. It seems God exists for my benefit. I see. Good for you. However, how do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, it would probably not reach either.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Sure, how to do that?
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be?
The Hellhound earring?
Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began,
That means he found his way under the floorboards.
then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboard.
And the answer is...
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass.
And what do you view eyes reach the world under?
But I am different. With the power of my 4 Dark Devas of destruction, it is of no concern.
I love the 4 Dark Devas.
Truly, this is the evil 4th eye.
Where's the 3rd eye? I mean, I know about 3rd eye. It's the one that killed Liam. Callbacks! We got him in plenty.
Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
Right.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Go drown yourself then. Save us all a bunch of trouble.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly! Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room.
It was? Where we found the tablecloth? Fancy that!
One of my 4 Dark Devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk,
Jumpy,
has seen beyond the chaos.
Yes, good job, Jumpy.
A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes.
Of course.
After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands!
Glorious Gundam Tanaka.
Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
So now that we know where the trapdoor into the storage or into the floorboard under the floorboards was.
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
And you're just a stupid dancer.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room. Then that has to be how the killer did it.
So who wasn't in the room when the blackout happened? There's technically a few people.
If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
I mean, while Chiaki has this diagram pulled up right here, let's find out, shall we? We have Fuyuhiko, position unknown, Chiaki, who is outside on the left side there, Peko, who is in the office, and Teru Teru, who is in the kitchen. Now, with the blackout not lasting very long, And the trapdoor being in the storage room, as Chiaki here is saying, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall. It's also not that far to move from the storage room to the kitchen. My money's on Teru Teru.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
And that's how... Guys, I thought that the blackout was only in the kitchen. Is it here too? Yeah. How the fuck did you get down that hall?
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
You got it, Ibuki.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm positive.
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy? Like...
Splat, shank, stab is what that translates to, apparently.
I'm not talking about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right?
Not at all.
So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
Nope.
Who wasn't at the party again? I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monomi over there can be my witness, right? Yes! This Monomi over here is your witness!
This Monomi. Referring to the fact that there are multiple Monomis? Oh, God.
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
Right.
The only person who wasn't at the party...
Well, Fuyuhiko, but we know that it wasn't him because the only entrance was inside the storage room, and Chiaki's account says that he never came into the building. Can we move on?
Judging from the photo I took before the blackout,
Good God.
it obviously has to be him.
You talk about me, you bastard!
Yay! It's decided!
It is not.
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
We've already been over this.
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like,
I can do it.
That's a very poor impression of him.
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
See, you're saying it right now!
see? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Don't egg him on, Monokuma. Good news, you are now allowed to use the silencer. You can use the silencer with the right mouse button as many times as you want. When you use the silencer, you can shoot down the white noise. Also, you can shoot down the white noise, the time limit increases a little. However, if you do an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so aim carefully when you're shooting the silencer. Oh, what if it's... If you feel like doing a little bang bang, you can use it to your heart's content. Bang 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 bang. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I have my silencer now. Make your arguments. Chiaki's account. I'm ready.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day.
Yes, Teru, that's
Without
exactly
going to
what
the
they could
storage
have
room
done.
in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Were you staring at panties?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
Ah!
No, that's wrong.
He has an alibi. Chiaki saw him.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
I saw him outside. Oh, what happened, Fuyuhiko? Oh, hey, what are you doing here? All alone in a place like this? I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
Shut up, Fuyuhiko. She defended your ass. This is why you're still alive and not fucking dead. So just shut the fuck up and be grateful, you stupid little prick.
It's still your fault. Like,
Why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
He felt left out. Stop singling him out and just
Shut
leave
up!
it alone.
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker? Oh
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
It's because Teru is a creepy ass
Regardless,
pervert.
it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Correct.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
And that only leaves one person.
Party. It was probably during the blackout. Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But they would have had to run all the way to the storage room from the dining hall and back. During the blackout, we would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
Oh, and how did you do it then, Teru?
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
Of course.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
Let alone, but I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. For clarity's sake, once again.
Appears we're getting close to the final stage.
Sure, Nagito.
Blackened or the spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
With what? Make your argument! I don't know.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout.
Fire door?
Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
No.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut.
What's your gut say, Akane?
What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
Damn it. The killer's method for moving in the dark might be what the one person suggested. If so, I might be able to prove it.
The hallway was really dark. Moving to the storage room. It's like making a seafood.
Is it really not?
What if they used a string?
Maybe there was another pair.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
What? You agree? You should be clear. Just can say so. Kind of like, I don't know.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that.
Oh!
It's like making a seafood.
Is it really not?
The
What if they
equipment
used a
list.
string like the
The
cord?
equipment
there was
list
another
had
pair of night vision goggles?
the fucking
What a
the
pain. I'm gonna
or
go with my gut.
The burner.
What if they used a light?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I forgot all about that. I was like, fire door?
The killer
Does that
had a
somehow
light with
provide light?
Oh,
Yeah.
I was right.
For once, yes, Akane, you were right.
But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
20 forks, 20 knives, 20 spoons, 5 skewers, 3 frying pans, 20 wine glasses. Yep, those are all lights. Ah, there it is. There are also iron plates for barbecue and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
Uh-huh.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
And what's that, Nagito?
A hole? What kind of hole? It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail.
You know, Teru, I'm gonna be glad when you're gone.
Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Uh-huh.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me?
What is with your hair right now, dude?
No, that's wrong.
Alright. I'll gladly battle against you, Nagito.
Will you be able to break through my argument?
Probably. What does he mean battle? It sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. Yes, it's almost like we're in a video game. Damn it, there's no way I'm going to lose against someone like him. Rebuttal Showdown. I don't know what one to use. I'm gonna go with Fire Door because I haven't used that one yet. Sure.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned, it contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
No, that's not what I meant. How do you do diagonal? You're supposed to do WASD.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned, it contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony? Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned, it contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony? I can't back down!
Cross swords? Well, tell me how to fucking do that! Don't just throw me into it! Jesus Christ.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned, it contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
There we go.
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
No, it's not that one? Okay. Such meager hope, there's no way I can let you in.
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
Danger.
Wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Allow me to cut through those words! Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Let's go to Sonia with the weather report. Sonia? There's a fire door. Fire door is a barrier that blocks fire.
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway.
Here's where Sonia's gonna perk up.
If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
Sure.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh, you still don't remember your talent, do you?
Stop bringing it up, Nagito, you bastard.
Who cares about that right now?
I'm the ultimate detective.
What are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so
You're like
scary.
stirring the pot.
If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath? You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Please do.
Hey! It's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people.
Who would it offend?
More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
And you think they're gonna just reveal themselves?
You're obviously the killer, right?
No, he's not. Nekomaru, have you been sleeping this whole time?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
So you're telling me to call out the real killer? Even though I really don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? The person who used the hallway's fire door as cover and used the portable stove to move in the dark and snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing point paint as a mark So the only killer I can think of is... Oh, really? You, and only you! It's really? It's Hiyoko! Oh. Like, they really don't have too much proof for it. But it's gotta be Teru Teru.
You're the only one! Teru Teru. Could it be you?
He was in the kitchen.
Huh? What? What are you talking about?
Teru Teru's the killer? Is that true?
I believe so.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely.
Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer?
Why are you not objecting?
Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen.
You were the only one in the kitchen.
That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel. Teru Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset. Call me chef.
You're
You
the ultimate
follow
cook.
aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
Dude, you're just twisting the knife in the wound already, bud.
The future of the culinary arts? That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square. You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So, what's an
yeah.
aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
I knew somebody was gonna ask about the aspersions that Nagito fucking brought up.
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Only if you do first.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
Cause he loves to stir the pot.
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what?
Then they use the missing skewer to stab him to death.
It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byaku?
They looked at the glowing duct tape and waited for something to cover it, meaning, hey look, there's a person now who's suddenly reaching for it. Stab, 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 stab!
You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byaku, you're right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed. That's right. What do you think about that? There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
But Gundam Tanaka has!
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards.
Damn.
The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
Strange liquid shining in the darkness. That sounds like a clue!
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important! If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
The victim was targeted by a mark, but what was the mark? Or to state the problem, what was the mark? It was the embarrassing pose! No. It was the knife.
I can prove it with this! The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
By using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
Duh!
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
Yep.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
Yep.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing.
Yep.
I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
And you see how Nagito's ultimate lucky student plays into this? Because he's lucky, Byakuya ended up dying.
But if they were able to do that,
God damn.
wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Sure.
Well, Teru!
You think he's gonna admit to knowing the plan? Really? You think that's gonna happen? Well, we'll find out next time. See you guys.